came from, but it's not that for me and my family. We just like having people over and just having a good time. We had some good friends of mine came over. My buddy Thomas's wife, Matt, came over. Um, who else was there? Oh, my wife's brother came in from out of town. It was my first time actually meeting him in person, and we had a good time. We had good food. We had we had it catered by Marguerite's Catering. It's a new catering company in North Carolina. Just started over a year ago, but the food was excellent. Everybody took a business card. I thought I'd give my wife a break. She didn't have to cook, but she cooked something anyway. But I thought it'd be easier to just have someone else do it. And we had so much food left over. We had to try to. We just finished most of it off, I think, yesterday. But overall, it was a good holiday time with the family. Um, we played games. First time I ever played this game called Your Black Card is Revoked. It's kind of a fun game. I think I'm gonna go buy that game so we can continue to play it. Um, had some thought-provoking conversation as well, but we had a good time. My wife's here in the studio with me. She's over there. I don't know what she's doing. What you watching? She can't. They can't hear you. This mic is like, yeah. Yeah. She's in the studio with me over there, chilling, spending some time with me. Um, but I was listening. I don't know if you got on the show first. Sometimes if you're getting on YouTube, you can't hear what I play on Blog Talk. Um, hang on a second. Let him know to get that trash. Something when I do a show that don't come in. Yeah. So Reverend Ike was talking about people programming their minds basically to lose, basically not to be successful. And that we come from a generation of naysayers, generation of negative of talk, and we come from that because I grew up in the hood. I grew up in Bedford Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, most of my life, and you hear negative stuff. You can't do this. I remember it was a class, and it was actually, what would you want to be when you grow up? I said I wanted to be the president, and everybody was saying, no, you're not going to be the president. You'll never be the president. Why? Because I was so-called dark, black. At that time, that's what they were calling each other. And although I said that, I knew that in the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, I'm probably not going to be the president. But there was a teacher, and then the other question was, what's the best job to have? I said the president of the United States. And he did bring up an interesting point. He said, no, it's not the best job you can have because everybody's criticizing you for what you do. Some people's not going to like everything you do. And, I was a kid. This is probably fifth grade. I didn't think about that, But he didn't say, now he was a white teacher, but he didn't say I couldn't be a president. Now, everybody that looked like me said to me that I couldn't be. But he never said that. He never came out and said it. He said, yeah, it's cool. That's, you want that job, but hey, this is the responsibility that goes with that type of job. But back to what I was saying. We come from family, friends, are programmed to let us know what's wrong. And they hardly ever tell us what's right. It's very few times you hear people.
This is Hindsight Radio. I represent it. The information station changing the nation.
I get it a lot because of what I do. But just in normal situations.
Peace. What's up? I was in the archives. That was a show from November the 30th, 2021. I was talking about that was right after Thanksgiving. I remember that time. The time goes by so fast. And it was a good time. It was my wife's brothers, Matt, my homeboy and his wife were over. That was 2 years ago already. November 23 is here. That was November 21. Do y'all realize the days are just going to roll by? It don't matter. They are just going to roll by. They're going to, give me a second, I get my music going. They're just going to go by. So if you decide to put something off, it's just not going to get done. Another day is going to come, and that's one day you lost, or one time you lost an opportunity to move forward with your dreams and aspirations. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever goal you're trying to reach, that's just one day gone. And y'all know once you put it off once, you're going to put it off twice, then 3, then 4. Next you know, you're back into your old routine. The routine you wanted to get out of at the beginning of the year. Be honest with yourself. How many of you have fell back into your old routine? Back to what you knew, the norm. How many? Go ahead, confess. Lay it down. Lay it down here at the altar. How many? I'm only saying this just to remind you how delicate your thinking is. You can get all gung ho, ready to roll, ready to do it, and you just say, you know what? I'm gonna sit down here and chill. I'm gonna watch TV. I'm gonna just watch this episode. And next you know, you're 10 episodes in. That happened to me the other day. I started watching this show called Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. I ended up watching the whole season. I watched the season in about a day and a half. I didn't really sit down and watch it season for season. Episode for episode. I had it on and I was doing other things. That's how sometimes I'll have the TV on and I'll have it on listening to it than sitting down watching it. It's very hard for me to sit down and go hours and watch. So I'll absorb it through the sound of it. And I learned that from my mother. My mother used to do that. She'd be in there. She was like, oh, I could hear it and imagine what's going on. I don't have to see it. And I started doing that when she taught me that. I think I was pre-teens when she said that. It's interesting when you watch something or you listen to a show without watching it, how your imagination works with that. It's real interesting. Then when you actually go back and watch the show, you say, okay, that's what that was. And I think that strengthens your listening skills. Something all of us need to work on, listening skills. That's important. Listening skills is important because sometimes we can hear somebody say something, but we don't really understand what they're saying. See how it is, hear the sound they're making, but we really not, the perception that they're trying to convey, we're not picking that up. Yeah, that happens. You see? So, like what I was talking about, how the days are rolling by, we're putting stuff off, we get back into the old habits. We gotta work on that. Because you could be on a roll for a good while, and all it takes is a couple of days or a couple of times to fall off, and you be back into that old rut again. Why is that easier? There's actually Actually, there's a. I'm gonna find this. Give me a second. I'm typing something. I'm doing a search. Y'all get what you're gonna get it in a second. It's Matthew chapter 12, 43 to 45. It says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh he himself and 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of the man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto this wicked generation. What does that mean? What is that in an esoterical form? What does that mean? That means, and people do this every year. They create New Year's resolutions. They clean their house. Like, people have rituals where they clean their home. They cook a meal. They do all these things. And they're excited. I'm going to do this and do this. And they clean the house. They get everything. And what I mean by cleaning the house, they clean the mind. They decide, this is what I want to be. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to meet my goals this year. Right? Get it clean. But, however, they have no real plan on how they're going to get there. They don't have it written down. They don't have a system. And guess what? House is clean, but there's nothing in place to keep them on track. So what happens? They run out of, they do it for a while. They run out of steam. Then that clean, all those ideas, the mind is empty, and they rest. Well, I'm going to take it easy today. And while they're taking it easy, those demons come back. And what I mean by demon, because you got exercise, maybe 1, 2, in the beginning, you exercise all of the negative thinking. You replaced it with positive thinking and some action. But it was missing one ingredient: consistency. So put it down. I'm going to do this. I'll get back to that. You go out, hang out with your friends. You get on the phone talking to your friends. Or you go into some other habits that you had before that kept you held back. So you get back into the rut. But this time the rut is worse. You get back to being your old self, but 7 times more worse, which makes it even harder to get back out the next time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many times have you started something, you was doing a roll, and then you stopped it and you put it off, and then you try to go back to do it? It is harder. A lot harder than it was before. That is the esoterical meaning of it. You have to be consistent. If you say, some people say they want to start a ministry. So how are you working on your ministry? When the ideas of what you need to talk about, are you writing it down? Are you taking notes when you're in the bed and in the middle of the night and ideas are hitting? Because I know y'all can't tell me I'm the only one that happens to. Where I get inspiration 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Do you get up? Do you answer the call and get up and write it down? Or do you say, I'm asleep. I'm gonna lay here for a little bit longer. And you know, the minute you say you lay there a little bit longer, you're not getting up. And it's harder. And then when you try to remember that inspiration, it's gone. You got to be on the watch. Be on the watch. Because that day is coming. The Lord cometh. And we don't know the day, time, or hour. The reason why we don't know the day, time, and hour, because each one of those three things, that Trinity I just mentioned, is an illusion. They don't even exist. Days, times, and hours, they don't exist. We made that up. Today is called Wednesday, right? And it's so much of an illusion that yesterday, if I'm gonna show you how much days are an illusion. Our identifying days is an illusion. We had a holiday Monday, right? I'm thinking yesterday was Monday. So what does that mean from a spiritual point of view? That every day is the same. It doesn't need a label. We just decide to do things organized. See, what this system has done, it structured your days for you. It gave you a structure and you bought into it. I bought into it. So we call Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We call it the days, but really, every day is the same. They're identical. And honestly, it's really now. We are always existing in this forever in now time or nowness. There is no time. I mean, yeah, it gets dark and light and the sun comes up during the now, and now the sun is on its way down, or it's transitioning into evening and then into night. This now just looks different. The scenery has changed. This is why we fall off. We fall off the wagon with our goals, right? Because we keep saying we could do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is not real. This doesn't exist. All we're doing is planning things for the next now. If you can grasp that. But this is very difficult, what I'm about to say, and hard to do. If you could just focus on what you're doing in this moment and just appreciate this moment, just be thankful for this moment, do you realize that you will be forever in a state of happiness and thankfulness and appreciating? Do you realize that? You will never leave that state. If you can only stay in this moment, stay focused on being appreciative and thankful and happy for all you have right now. But because this man-based system, this matrix has structured our days and our times and our hours, we're always looking at that in our mind and creating everything on the limitations of the times of days that were given to us. We are infinitely everlasting living beings, spiritual beings. So the idea of time, space, those are mental constructions and boxes we placed ourselves into through our thoughts. And this is why when we have these things that we say we want to do, it's easy to fall off because of we're in that limited, structured environment. It appears like it's big and it's vast, but it's not. think how small your world is. Today is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, then it's Friday, then we're gonna start all over again. Do we really start all over again? Illusionary mindset, yes, but really, we are forever advancing into the next moment. That's it. There is no repeating of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no repetition of that. We created that idea. Said you hearing that but not listening. You see? Is my sound coming through good for you guys? We created these structures were created in ancient times to make slaves out of us. Some of us are just less in bondage than the other one. Than others. Like, even though I have this mindset and I know a lot, I speak on these things, I'm still limited within this 3D realm here. Because I still have to shed all of the programming that I received from the time I was born. I've shed some of it, but not all of it. Because I still speak in days and times, and hours and minutes. Infinite beings don't speak in those terms. Here's the thing. This is why when I advise people, when they have something that they're working on, just get it started now. Just do it. Don't wait. Got the idea, work on it, get it out there. Because the way God made this world, and he made it perfectly, all we need to do is decide, meditate on it, decide, speak it, and do it. The Bible showed you how let there be light. It wasn't, okay, let it be light, but hold up, let me not let the light go, because maybe this, maybe that, let there be light. Let there be stars in the heaven. There wasn't a whole lot of talk. There wasn't a whole lot of second guessing there. Why? Because as the development of the world was coming into existence, once one thing showed up, he said, look, this is good, but I could add this. When he created man, he said, I got this man here. He's doing all this great work here. He can't continue alone. So he added the woman. You see what I'm saying? Once one creation came, the others came. The other ideas, we got this. We need this. But it started to complete itself. It's the same concept as building a business or have an idea. It's putting that first idea out there. Let me form the earth. Okay, the earth is here. We need some water. We need to divide the land. Because one idea brings forth a new idea to perfect and add on to the first idea. And then the second idea builds on, the third idea builds on the second idea, and so on and so forth. That is the science, the universal spiritual science, law of how things work. It is a law. And every time you break that law, your business never goes. I was confused for a while. I was confused. Why do people can't see that? Why does it work like that? Now I understand. It's a spiritual law. You break it, you'll forever be stuck in purgatory. In the middle. The ideas still live, festering around. Neither here nor there. Not given an opportunity to succeed or fail. It has to be given an opportunity to be either on this side or that side. Remember, God said, I don't like lukewarm. I don't like lukewarm. Either you're hot or you're cold. Spit out lukewarm. Pick a side. Make a decision. Do it one way or the other. Because either way you go, it's going to have a result that you will learn from. You gotta make a decision. And let me tell you, those people that I keep talking about every week, they still don't have that business going. That's how I know that it's a law now. It's a law that's being broken. There's a science to it. You can't, the first idea creates the second idea. The second idea creates the third idea. And the third idea creates the fourth. Can y'all see that? See, the foundation was laid. Okay, we're going to create this earth here. That's the foundation. The whole planet is a foundation. And it was a foundation within the foundation of creating the earth. Okay, what elements are we going to use to create this and bring this all together? I know some of y'all might believe in some Big Bang theory, whatever. I mean, if that's what you believe in. That thing's this perfect and working in synchronicity just happened by chance. I think that's great disrespect to the creator. Imagine me creating something, then somebody come along and say, oh, that just happened to come together on its own. I mean, here's the thing. That idea has never reproduced itself, ever. Some guy with some limited understanding of the universe made that up. He just, we Big Bang, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, there was some explosions in the universe, but not the ones he was talking about. I could tell you, the Bible showed you there was an explosion, right? Wasn't there a war that broke out in heaven? That's what they said, what they called heaven. Well, we won't get into that. I mean, there's evidence of explosions happening on this planet before man built a comet down. Just go look at the Grand Canyon and other places. Those things look like somebody ripped through there with some heavy machinery and dug all of that. They were mining this planet. But a little bit off track. The first idea creates the second idea creates the third. That's why when you get the first inspiration, you have to move, right? When God told Abraham, he told anybody, oh, go over here, be over here. He didn't give him the whole story and plan. He just said, show up over here. And then once he got there, the second plan was revealed. So if things work like that throughout history, how are you thinking that if you hold off on your idea, this multi-million-dollar idea, and just keep procrastinating with it, because that's what it is, procrastinating with it, that's what that is, making excuses why you can't release it. No, the reason why you can't release it because you decided to do other things other than put it out there. And then what happened? 7 more demons came to slow you down. What I mean by demons, 7 more oppositional thoughts and ideas came. Because once you created the first idea, remember what I said about the first idea builds on the second? It works in a negative way too. So the first excuse she gave caused 7 more excuses to come. See how that works? That's why you have to be careful. Everything creates the other. Every idea creates the other, good or bad. So that's why you have to be mindful. What you're creating, what you're thinking. Oh yeah, sometimes I just want to go back in my bedroom and just lay down. I'm gonna take a nap. And I said, if I take a nap, I ain't gonna get nothing. I'm not gonna get up and do what I say I'm gonna do. So I just stay up. Do y'all realize how tough it was to even do this show today? Because once I didn't do the show yesterday, it would have been easier not to do a show today. These things I'm talking about is not something that I don't go through. I go through these things. I have to push myself. But once I get into the show, I'm there. I'm good. But I have to push and keep doing it. Are you pushing yourself? Are you letting family distract you, friends distract you, allowing distractions to get in the way? One day, I don't know how old you are, one day you're going to be old. Really old. By man's time. The longer you go without completing those tasks, the less likely you will complete them. You're almost guaranteeing your failure. I mean, there's people I know working on stuff for the last 3 years. 3 years. And I don't think they even had realized that it's been 3 years. Because they haven't sat there and thought about it long enough. They're that distracted. See? What time is it? 7:33. Still early. All right, so I got a discharge seminar coming up. Not seminar, webinar coming up. See if I can show y'all this. I would like to I think this is it. There it is right there. I'll put it over my shoulders there. That's it. September the 30th, 2023, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be talking about student loan discharge, car loan, mortgage, discharge, 1099As, 1099Cs, all of that stuff. Help y'all get an understanding of what needs to be done. That's September the 30th. Go to my site, ikemail.com, and let me put that up there too. And get on it. I was going to do an in-person seminar, but people didn't get back to me for the space I wanted yet. And by the time they get back, it'd be too soon to advertise. So I said, let me do this instead. Let me just do somewhere everybody around the country can get on. Akemail.com, it'll be there. To my site and secure your spot. I am only limiting that to, I think, 20 people. That's all I can stand. Maybe 30, but actually I got limited to 20, only 20. people right now. Hang on a second. All right, I hope to see you there. And I also appreciate all the support that you guys are doing for the station, keeping me going. This stuff ain't free. The stuff I do costs money. But anyway, don't let yourself get bogged down with excuses. Get it done. If the idea comes, even if an idea comes down and you're speaking to me, you need to stop listening. This is recorded. You could go back and watch this later. It's more important that you work on your goals and the things you say you want to change your life, to change the legacy of your family, to do that now. This is all you got. That's all we ever got is now. There's nothing else. All we have is now. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have yesterday. Tomorrow never comes. Do y'all realize that? Tomorrow never comes. Because you forever existing in the space of now. That's it. Once you see it, you realize this now is the time. I don't have any other time, because that idea of tomorrow, because the next moment, man, it's not guaranteed to you. Anything can happen. Your health, accidents. You might even lose, somebody. Something big might happen to distract you that you gotta tend to. So while you're not having the big distractions, get on it now. Yeah. Get on it now. Let's see. All right, 7:37. This is going to be, I think I'm going to let this, I think I said a lot in that short 30 minutes. I think I said a lot. So I'm not going to stay on here too long. I gave y'all some scripture to think about. I gave you, all those who've been hesitating and not getting it done, I gave you something to think about. It's not too late. And see, as long as you are aware of it, it's not too late. Get it done. But I can tell you, the longer you wait, the motivation wears off. That's why so many people fail with New Year's resolution. They're hot and excited. They got, all these things to encourage them, and then they fall back in the rut. They're not excited anymore. Motivation, they lose it. And so they don't, forget it, I'll do it whenever. And next, a whole year's rolled by. It is September. It is September the 6th. In a week, half the month is gone. Just 1 week. Another 6-7 days, half the month is gone. And we'll be halfway to October. Right? See, when you see it that way, you're like, wow, we really don't have any time. Like I said, time don't exist. You don't have the time. All you have is now. All right. But exciting things is coming. The trucking company is doing great. I'm proud of all of the people that I'm working with. We're learning. We're learning. Bumping our head a little bit, but we're learning. I was just looking at our revenue. I was like, wow, we are doing pretty good, but it don't feel like it because, more we do, the more expenses go up. But that's what happens when you continue to work at something. You keep pushing. And you invest time. Those of you who are doing something, shouts out to you. And I know if you look back on the time where you are now versus where you started, the comfortability, the confidence is big, and you can keep doing this. Corinne just launched her YouTube channel. So it's Above and Beyond with Corinne. Go check it out. Subscribe. So that was just earlier this year she got started. Now she's on her way to having her subscribers on her YouTube channel. And I'm telling y'all, all you gotta do is get started. And one idea builds upon the other. You know, that discipleship ministry. Gotta keep it going. Gotta keep what you've been, you know, I saw you were making videos and stuff like that. I don't get the alerts or anything. If you made any, make sure I'm getting those alerts. That's another person who started a channel. I forgot what the name of it was. If you could tell me what that channel is, let me know. And I'll put it up on the chat. That's right. All of you who have channels that you set up, put it in the chat so we can put it up on this video so people could see it and subscribe. Put it in the chat for me before I go. Now tomorrow's show is going to be Q&A. Like if y'all want to ask me questions about discharge, whatever, we could talk about that tomorrow. So that's what tomorrow's show. Get your questions ready. I'm waiting for you guys to put your website up before I shut down the show. In La Vida, thank you. I salute to you too, the divinity in you too. It's my website. What was everybody putting this? I guess y'all don't have any. Okay, there we go. That's Enrico Juan Blakeney Church, Indie Circle Ministry. Anybody else? I'm waiting. I guess. All right, so that being said, I'm shutting it down. I'm a little weary. Keep yourself motivated. Keep doing it. Keep it going. Don't let anything distract you. With that being said, peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all.